Good morning, everyone. My name is Trent, and I'm currently living and traveling out of my van all over North America. And in today's video, I am in the beautiful state of Washington. And I've been here for the past couple of videos that I've posted here on YouTube. However, this area of Washington looks very different from my previous videos. And that's because I have made my way more east. And this side of Washington is surprisingly dry. As a matter of fact, once you get over the Cascade mountain range, it's a straight desert here in Washington, like no trees. It's crazy. But I found this little pull off on this dirt road here last night where I slept, and it looks like up on these mountains back here hidden behind these clouds is some snow. Oh yeah, you can see it up there too. Yeah, we got a little dusting last night. But the reason I came a little more east is because I want to explore a unique town here in Washington that you guys have recommended that I check out for a very long time. And that town is called Leavenworth, which is this Bavarian German themed town nestled in the Cascade Mountain Range here in Washington. And they've got a bunch of like German food, German themed shops, candy stores, you know, you name it. It's a tourist trap, and I'm really excited to go explore it. As a matter of fact, around this time last year, I explored a similar town in Georgia called Helen, which if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you go watch it right here. And then of course, you guys know the drill. We'll also be doing some camping out of the van throughout this video, and I think it's gonna be a fun, cozy day, so make sure you follow along. It is cold outside. Oh my gosh. You know, in moments like this, when I am hungry but I'm rushing to get on the road, a quick, easy, and delicious solution to that is a Factor meal. This is sponsored, by the way. Factor delivers fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted, ready-to-eat meals straight to your front doorstep, which of course takes the stress off of planning for meals, going to the grocery store, and cooking fatigue, which I have been experiencing a lot of recently. All you do is pop the meal in a microwave for a few minutes, or in my case, I use my oven to heat it up, and boom, you've got a restaurant-quality meal ready to eat. And the best part is, there's no cleanup. Factor has 35 meals to choose from every week, including meals like keto, calorie smart, protein plus, and they even have vegan and vegetarian options, so they have something for everyone. For today's meal, I went with the creamy Parmesan chicken with broccoli and tomatoes, and it smells really good, so let's dig in. And if you want to try some Factor meals for yourself, go to factor75.com or click the link in the description of this video and use my code 50TrentTheTraveler to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. That's code 50TrentTheTraveler at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. All right, we got about a 30-minute drive to Leavenworth from where I'm at now, and it should be pretty scenic. Traveling through the Cascades a little bit on this moody, rainy day today here in Washington, so I think it's gonna be fun. This area is very, very dry, and there's tons of scorch marks on these trees, meaning that there was a fire here at some point, whether it was controlled or wild, I don't know. But it's actually kind of crazy to me how this part of Washington is so dry considering how wet the western part of Washington is. All right, looks like we've made it to the town of Leavenworth here in Washington. And yep, this place looks very familiar. Whoa, they've got a mountain coaster? Bro, what? Oh, but it looks like it's closed down, which could possibly be because we're here at a weird time of the year. It's just after Oktoberfest and just before Christmas, which I believe are the two peak seasons here in Leavenworth, and it's also midweek. I think it's a Tuesday. So I'm very curious to see what all is open here in this town. Oh, you're excited? Yeah? Wow, this place is so cool. It's definitely way cooler than the one that's in Helen, Georgia, that's for sure. It's just so much bigger. Like there's so much more here, so many more buildings, and then the mountains in the background just add so much to this little town. This is freaking awesome. Now, if you're wondering why a place like this exists here in the United States, it's because, like the town of Helen in Georgia, this was an old logging town that was in decline. And in an effort to bring more tourism to the town, they decided to decorate the town in this Bavarian German theme. And you know, a lot of people don't like places like this because it's too touristy for them, but for me, I love it. It's just so much fun to explore, eat some good food, walk around the shops, buy a sweet little treat, you know. Which, as a matter of fact, that sounds pretty good right now. I'm getting hungry. All right, Mills, love you. I'll be back. Hold down the fort. All right, let's see if we can find a super German themed restaurant here. Hi. Hello. Just one. Oh, perfect. Hi.
How are you?
Fantastic, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. My name's Courtney, I'll be taking care of you.
Okay. What is like the most German dish you have?
So, probably our sauerbraten. The sauerbraten is going to be more pot roast style. The beef chunks are about this big, or like this thick. They're nice and tender because it brines for about 3 days, but because of that, it picks up a bit of tanginess from the brine. So to compensate, our gravy is a bit sweet. We blend up a ginger snap cookie in there, so it's more of like a tangy sweet situation. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds amazing. Let me get the sauerbraten. Yeah, that sounds fun and adventurous.
It is very fun.
Is it just me, or am I sitting like really low in this bench? I feel like a little kid right now. Oh wow, this looks so good. This is so much food too. And she said that they make this bread in-house and it looks delicious. All right, let's dig into this. Whoa, that is really good. She said the potatoes are really good with this curry ketchup. Whoa. Literally everything on this plate, absolutely delicious. I'm so glad I came here. Oh, that was good. Now I think I'm gonna walk around these shops and browse around a little bit. And maybe, just maybe, I'll find myself some dessert. Oh shoot, a Danish bakery? Count me in. Are these Bavarian waffles, are they like crunchy or are they soft?
In a way, it is crunchy at first and then it just kind of softens up.
Okay, let me get a Bavarian waffle and the blueberry cream cheese Danish. Yeah.
Perfect. Have a good day.
Awesome, thank you, you too. All right, you guys know me. Had to give me something sweet. Kind of tastes like a Pop-Tart, which I'm so okay with. And of course I couldn't just walk out of there with one thing, so I got me a blueberry and cream cheese Danish as well. Ooh, the Christmas lights are turning on. Starting to feel pretty festive.
How's it going?
Hey, good, how are you?
Doing pretty good. Everything we do in-house except our pate and our spec. Everything else is made in-house.
Ooh, a party mix.
Party mix is pretty popular.
Yeah, let me do that. Let me just get a party mix. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
What's it like living here, man?
Living in a small town, raising my kids in a smaller town, it's been really good for them. They've thrived. My daughter is team captain on the wrestling team. Son's a hell of a drummer, and I love living where I live. Small towns have good things, small towns have bad things, but I think as far as raising a family, you know, if you ever get there one day, I would suggest that small town life.
Oh, that's what I want, man. I don't want to live in a big city. I want to live somewhere small like this where everybody knows each other. Time moves a little slower.
It does.
You know, man, I want that so bad.
Hey, my name is Matt.
Trent.
Nice to meet you, Trent.
Nice to meet you. Have a good one.
You take care. You too.
Oh, hi, Mills. Thanks for holding down the fort. You did such a good job. All right, that was a fun little couple-hour adventure. However, I think I'm gonna keep driving for a little bit because I actually have plans later tonight to do a little game night with my Japan trip group as we prepare for our little group trip that I'm hosting in February, which, by the way, that trip doesn't have any more spots available on it. However, if you do wanna travel with me someday, I am hosting another group trip to Iceland in September of 2025, and you can learn more about that with the link in the description of this video. So yeah, I'm gonna continue driving for a little bit. One, because I'm actually running low on power a little bit. Because it's been so cloudy and rainy lately, my solar system has been struggling quite a bit, and considering my van's alternator charges my electrical system while I'm driving, that gives me a good excuse to drive a little extra today, which is okay because I have a certain destination in mind. So I'm gonna keep moving east and I will check back in with you guys when we land. Well, would you guys believe me if I told you that I am still in the state of Washington? Well, believe it. As you guys can tell, this area is very, very dry. There is like no trees here. And I would consider this place a desert. However, I think it's the plains. I'm not sure of the scientific term, but it's very, very dry here. And when a lot of people think of Washington, they obviously think about, you know, rainforests, the Olympic Peninsula. And believe it or not, that's only one half of Washington. After you get on the eastern side of the Cascade Mountain Range, it all looks just like this, which is crazy. However, even though it's not the cozy rainforest vibes that you're used to with Washington, I still think this is gorgeous. And it's been a couple of days since I've last checked in with you guys. After I left Leavenworth and had my Japan group trip game night session, kind of just gamed into the night, and then I woke up the next morning and realized the power in my van was super low because it's just been so cloudy and rainy lately. My solar system has really been struggling. So I posted it up at a campground for a day or two to sort of recharge a little bit. And now I'm here having some brekkie in the van, and I gotta say, it's a pretty cozy afternoon. I just made some eggs with some avocado toast with a little banana and drinking some tea out of my hashtag cozy mug, which you can get one of these yourself or one of these cozy hoodies with the link in the description of this video. And yes, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. I did get a haircut, and this is the shortest my hair has been in a very long time. So it feels very strange. I'm not sure if I like it, but it had to be done. My hair has been in a very unhealthy state these past couple of months, and I just needed to chop it all off and start fresh. So here we are. But I don't really know what the plan is for today. I really just pulled off over here to make some breakfast real quick on my travels. However, I was considering staying here for the night because this is a really nice open spot. But while I was making breakfast, I actually ran out of propane, which is a huge deal because I need propane to make dinner later tonight. So I don't know. I might have to go into town, refill on propane, and find a new place to camp for the night. But I don't know what we're gonna get into for the rest of the day. We'll just figure it out as we go, I guess. Whew. Despite this place looking like a desert, it might trick your mind into thinking that it's warm here, but it's quite the opposite. You know, guys, I was going to camp here tonight. However, I'm thinking, you know, since my propane ran out, that kind of changes things up for me a little bit because I don't have any way to make dinner tonight. I might just go into town, go see if I can find a place to refill on propane, and then just camp in town somewhere. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it. Gosh, this drive is gorgeous. Hi, do you do propane exchanges?
I do.
Perfect.
Exchange propane tank, $22.99, please.
All
Or
right.
I'll come outside with you and switch it for you.
Okay, perfect.
Are you having a very nice day?
I'm having a great day. How about you?
I am having probably the best day I could have.
I love that. Awesome.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, you too.
I always do.
Good to hear. Well, guys, I got stuck. I drove down this snowy road because I wanted to try and camp down here. There's not that much snow, man. It's not really all that bad, but I was driving down this road and realized it started getting a little rough and I wanted to turn around. So I backed into this turnoff right here. And when I tried to pull out of it, your boy and his two-wheel drive van got stuck. As suspected though, I get stuck in this thing everywhere. I got stuck in wet grass one time. But I'm not that stuck. I'm just in this little rut right here, making it a little difficult to get out of this. And it is very, very cold and it's only getting colder. So I need to try to get my van out of this sticky situation. And thankfully I've got some traction pads for this exact situation in the back of my van. So let me go ahead and grab those. Millie, you wanna come out? Okay. Good girl, good job. Millie loves the snow. And so do I. I just wish it wasn't so hard to camp in this van. So after taking a closer look at how I got stuck here, I kind of dug a little divot with my tire. So I'm kind of deep in the ice and snow right here. So I might have to dig some of this out with a shovel before I fit one of these traction pads up under the tire. So I'm gonna grab my shovel from the back as well. I am so glad I have the proper tools for situations like this. But man, this evening did not turn out how I expected it to at all. But hey, that's the nature of this lifestyle. If you ever decide to live and travel out of a van or any sort of vehicle, live the nomadic lifestyle, you've got to be ready for the unexpected, because every day comes with its own challenges. Every road leads to the unknown, and you got to be prepared for it. And honestly, there's some fun in that for me. So I don't mind it. I'm having a good time, and that's all that matters. All right, that should be good. I knocked out some of the ice and snow, so we've got a clear area to put these traction pads. All right, wish me luck. Millie, are you in here? Oh, you're on the bed, okay. All right, that wasn't too bad. We got out. These traction boards are a freaking lifesaver. They have saved me in so many situations in this van. Guys, if you are planning to travel in a ProMaster or really any two-wheel drive vehicle, get you some traction pads. It is an absolute must. And I'll leave a link to these specific pads that I use in the description of this video if you're curious. But now that we are unstuck, I gotta pack up the van again. Fun! Let's get the goblin out. Millie, you wanna come outside? Oh, you got your stick, okay. All right, doing a quick dummy check before I leave to make sure I didn't leave anything behind here, and it looks good. There's that little pothole I was stuck in. It's not even that deep. But I mean, the weight distribution in these vans, the front wheel drive, the two wheel drive, all are factors that make these things kind of impossible to go off-roading with in anything other than gravel and paved roads. All right, let's hope we don't get stuck again. You know, I really want to camp in the snow tonight. I just love how beautiful it is. If I leave here, I've got to go in town and camp, which I don't want to do. I don't really like doing that. There's this little pull-off right here, which I think I can back up into a little bit just to get off the road. And maybe we can call this home for the night. Let's give it a shot. I'm gonna reverse into the spot. I think that'll give me better traction for when I pull out. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Oh yeah, that's enough off the road. This is just a forest road, so it's not a busy highway or anything. And looks like I've got some pretty good traction on the snow. Yeah, we'll be able to pull out of here just fine. All right, let's call this home for the night, folks. All right, Millie, this is home sweet home. Come on. Guys, would you look at the time? It is 4:27 p.m. and this is how dark it is outside. And this is not because it's cloudy, it's because the sun has officially set at 4:30. But hey, look how soft this snow is. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh, I feel so good. I feel so alive. All right, we have a home for the night. So I think it's time to start settling in. All right, the cozy vibes are at full throttle right now. Dinner is served. I got Minecraft booted up with a nice cozy fireplace that I built in my little library that's under construction. And tonight's meal is of course a factor meal that I just heated up in my oven. Went with the pork chop and broccoli. Millie's belly is full and she's cozied up in the bed. And I am just having a fantastic day today. Gosh, I love evenings like this. It's just so nice. And surprisingly, even though it's super snowy outside, it's not that cold. However, since I'm not cooking anymore, it is gonna start getting colder in the van here soon. So I actually left my oven open since I used it to cook my meal tonight. And all that ambient heat in there is just gonna keep the van heated up a little bit more for a little bit longer. So this Minecraft server that I'm playing on right now is actually a server that I put together with my Japan group trip that I told you guys about earlier. And it's actually coming along really well, as you can tell. One of the guys in the group made this awesome little temple here. And I'm currently working on a big sign that says Japan on it. There it is. There's the big Japan sign that I'm working on with some waterfalls attached to it. You can see my little mountain house off in the distance. And then the temple that one of us built right next to it. And dude, we're having so much fun playing on this server, and I cannot wait for my Japan trip in February, which by the way, I will be making videos about. If you guys aren't joining me on that trip, don't worry, you guys will be there in essence, you know? Oh gosh, oh freak, got some zombies on me. Get out of here. But yeah, I'm back on that Minecraft grind. And honestly, I think I might make this a regular thing for my group trips that I host in the future, because it's just a great way to bond with people, get to know each other before we show up in a foreign country together. Because we are all strangers, you know, none of us know each other. Well, they know me because they watch my content, but I don't know them. And this is just a great way to, you know, have some fun a little bit before we travel to this country together. And it's a blast. So I think even for my Iceland trip, I'm gonna do this too, just starting a Minecraft server with the group because it's fun. And as I said earlier, if you want to come with me to Iceland and join in on the game night Minecraft shenanigans, I'll have a link to that trip page in the description of this video. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video and coming along with me on this awesome adventure. I felt like this video was kind of all over the place, but hey, that's part of the lifestyle. And I had fun, and hopefully you guys did too. If you did, let me know down in the comments below. But I'm gonna finish my dinner, play some Minecraft, and I will see you all in the next video.